Good evening, everyone. This is Gil at Camppatton Family Compound, and with me again is Tammy at Rebel Canners and Mark at ChefTech, and it's Monday Night Fireside Chat, and tonight we're chatting about outdoor canning challenges and solutions, and here we are, and let's see who all's in here. I know we got people bouncing around all over the place. Yeah, we got them coming in everywhere here. So let's jump back to the top. All right, first one in was Walt Rogers, followed by Crew 1351, then Shady Hill Homestead, Geeky Gardens, Diana, and then Mark saying hi to everybody on both sides. Then Mason Olner is in on Tammy's side. And Dakota, yeah, is in on Tammy's side. Angels Homestead is in here. Shady Hill Homestead is now double dipping on both sides here. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, the number just dropped.
Shocker.
Now I'm back up. I've been noticing that a lot when I've been doing the on my Gray Man prepping, when I've been doing the editing of the novels and stuff. All of a sudden, the number will jump way up there. 30 seconds later, boom, back down again. Because
trying to get in, troll you. Yep.
Yeah, they get in there trying to do trolling, and they realize, oh, I gotta subscribe to say anything, and they leave. So, and Dave Knight came in on your side there, Tammy, and he says, I can on the Coleman outside. So, I got a bunch of things here to show you, some pictures and stuff to show you guys, and as well as there's just so many of them. I just brought up the Google search, and you guys can do it too. You can find some really interesting videos there on how other people have put theirs together and stuff. But first, let me just go back to here, and we go down one. And I'm sorry. I saw this picture. I had to put this one first. This reminds me of at my grandmother's house with my grandmother, my aunts, my grandmother's sister there. I mean, it was just like, that's what I grew up. This is how I grew up. Something like this, outside canning, making blackberry jam or apricot jam. That's how I grew up. All right, next one here. Now, I picked this one not so much for the Camp Chef stove, which is there, but I don't know if you can tell in the upper left-hand corner, you can see a white post here. That's a 10 by 10 pop-up from Walmart, and they just put on it Harbor Freight tarps to protect it from the wind and stuff, so they can maintain proper temperature of the jars and everything else.
Yeah, you don't want to, if it's going to be windy. Yeah, you don't want to do that, because I don't care how well you anchor it down, that sucker's going over.
Yeah. Well, but this is if it's windy, you're not going to be canning outside anyways. But this is just to keep the light breeze from cooling the jars down too fast.
Right. Gotcha.
And blowing the occasional leaf.
Gas pilot light from going out on your stove, because I have one like that, and it blows the pilot out if it's too windy underneath.
Yeah. And what I really like in here, the two of them, these tables in the back, these are stainless steel folding stainless steel tables.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
I would love to get several of those.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, next one.
There you go. Whatever it takes in the woods.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not too hot because it's shady. They got the tarp to keep any leaves and stuff from coming down on what you're cooking there. They got the Coleman white gas stove in there for doing stuff, and yeah.
That doesn't necessarily look like a canning kitchen. That's just an outdoor camping kitchen. Which, sure, if you're there for a long term, absolutely.
Yeah,
you could probably can in that too with the not with that stove, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
and you'd be surprised. One of those kitchens can pass a health inspector's inspection, because I cook for our church camp, the wilderness, and they have to come out and inspect our wilderness kitchen. And my kitchen's not a whole lot better than that, dirt floor and all. And I passed.
Yep.
Yeah. Need a hand wash sink and wash, rinse, sanitize for your pots and pans, and they're good. Gloves.
And the sink has 5-gallon buckets under it to catch the water to haul it off.
Yep. Surf Safe certified.
Yep. There you go. There you go. Another view of a different one. And this one I laughed when I looked at that. I saw what how they put the metal roofing on together. Looks like something I would have done as a kid. That looks like something I would have done as a teenager at scout camp.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one, at first I was looking at it, and then I realized what's going on there.
That's a pizza oven.
Pizza oven with a double or triple stovepipe going up to the top there. They got a good heavy duty metal roof on it with gutters and downspouts. And then they got a add-on to it, which it looks like they'll probably put some shade cloth up on it during the summertime to enlarge their kitchen. But they got the stainless steel shell sink and countertop in there, and they got the.
You do know, aside from the clay oven, I can tell by one item hanging there what they're using that kitchen for right now.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Chicken.
But they also have over on the left here under the pot is a cooktop. They just built a little frame for it and stuck it in there.
Yeah. No, they got that funnel sitting there. That's for chickens.
Yeah, that's
They're canning chicken this afternoon, Mark.
Yeah, hey, I can see the chickens up on the stainless steel up there. So yeah. All right. So.
Oh, I like her.
You've seen her, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So I saw the picture here and I watched the video, and she's nice. I mean, she does. Yeah. I mean, she does it out of the box and does it, and it's like So her YouTube channel, go check it out. It's Fynyth, whatever. FYNYTH is her channel name, and she did the
she lives in a tiny house. She had a tiny house for years, and now she's married, and they're renovating a small garage type space into a tiny house.
Yeah,
so it's a little bit bigger than her tiny house was literally a tiny house.
Yeah. So now it's a small house.
Now they're building a small house on their own property. Before she lived on someone else's property.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Prepper 101 just rolled in. But yeah, so I'll put this one in there. This is one, guys. Make the note. Write it down there. After we're done, go check out some of her stuff. Pretty cool. And that's the I have for the pictures. Now let me get this. Bring something else up here quick. And drop that down. Come on, drop down. Thank you. And bring up this. But what I did was I just went and I Googled outdoor canning kitchen. And unfortunately, the one I was going to pick on over here is so. It says it has a high pixel thing. No, it's so out of focus, and I even looking at it, it's like, nah, that's why I didn't use it. But there are some really neat ones where they're using the setting everything up around to can and cook, and like this one here is just they got multiple type barbecues. And the outdoor all things outdoor burner ones and stuff. So this one here is set up really nice. But you can see a little closer view of these, and so there's a whole bunch of good ideas. There's the cheap ideas to do it as well, And yeah, you don't have to go high end to get some of these done for doing stuff.
So if you're looking for a countertop that's not a piece of plywood with a dollar store tablecloth on it and some clothespins to keep it from blowing away, go to Lowe's or Home Depot and go to their kitchen countertop area where they have the prefab countertops.
Oh yeah.
I almost regularly you'll find them on another shelf. The ones that are like have a crack in it or a dent or the corners bashed off of it. Okay. And if it's like $199 for like a 8-foot straight without the triangle on it, you could probably get it for like $50 because they can't do anything with it. Somebody will buy it and cut it. Be careful cutting for mica with a saw. You want to put some tape over it and wear goggles and all that stuff. But you can cut off whatever you want and put it on some sawhorses that are very stable and just make sure at the end, if it's going to rain, somehow cover it up and get it inside because that fiberboard underneath, you don't want to get it wet. It'll swell up and ruin it real quick. But they're great.
Yeah, here's one of the things. So they took some the picture I have here off on the side here. They got the 4-burner cooktop. They made they took 4x4s and 2x6s and made a thing for it. The only thing I don't like about it is it's green. Guess what it's got made out of? Pressure treated wood.
Yeah.
But there are some other ones here.
That's right. At least you don't see McDonald's wrappers laying next to it.
Yeah. So there are a bunch of different ways of here's a different one here with the propane under it. So you can do things fairly simple. There's the picture of hers. And it's a 14-minute video on her thing. But there you have the Formica countertop there. But so you can put stuff together and make whatever works for you. You can
even take your Camp Chef. You don't have to put those 4 legs on there. It's got stubby short legs. I used to put that on my drive-on lift at the dealership, bring the lift up to the height I needed. It had the big griddle I made put on top of it. And I was doing Thursday lunches for the guys every week. It was great, but it's more stable then because when you got the legs on it and you're on dirt, you got to make sure that thing is not wobbling around and sitting cockeyed and crooked and.
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead if you're looking for ideas. You'll get lots of ideas here. I mean, you just see all the different ways they did it and of putting stuff together to make things work for outdoor kitchens. And there are some you can also, instead of doing you can also look. Let me just go and bring us back down here. You can change the search parameters. As far as like screen room kitchens, there's a bunch there too. If you happen to have a screen room that you haven't thought about using, it works great for that. I know that
just make sure it's well ventilated if you got a gas stove.
Well, if it's a screen room, it's one wall solid and the other 3 walls are screen.
Right. Yeah. I'm just
But like for me here, I think you've seen some of the videos I did where I poured the cement pad on the side of a patio, so it's 12 foot wide, 85 foot long, and I put the cover over it, the metal roof cover over it. That's going to be our outdoor kitchen. In fact, it's actually plumbed out to have gas outdoors. All I need to do is just put the fitting on it and hook the gas up. Put the valves on there. The valve is on there. Just put the fitting and the hose on there to your stove and turn a valve on. You're good to go. Yeah. And so, that's one of the things we got set up for doing that is we'll be able to do canning outdoors in the summertime. What's neat is all I need to do is take this out because this is an indoor-outdoor propane stove. I just set up a table and take it out there and go.
Just don't use one of those plastic folding tables for your stove.
No.
You can't. They don't handle the weight, and they start to bow, and then things sit cockeyed, things slot. Yeah, don't do that. Don't ask how I know.
Yeah, and it starts to get hot and soft.
Oh yeah,
the plastic bubbles up.
Yeah, with the heat
Don't
from
have to
the big stove. Yeah, aside from it just about wanting to collapse under its own weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plastic gets like warpy, soft, and then your legs start to sink into the plastic. Oops.
Yeah.
And then it melts quicker.
Well, hey, even the Coleman 3-burner camp stoves. I wasn't the one involved in doing it, but I came and rescued them. They set up one of the 6-foot tables and they put one of those on it, and they were heating the water and stuff. And I came over there and said, whoa, turn it off. And when we went to move it, there were
stuck.
No, it wasn't stuck. There were 4 dimples that from the bottom that had heated up and were starting to melt into the plastic.
Yep.
So, but yeah, but there is so much if you do like thrift shopping, you can build some really cool, neat outdoor kitchen stuff.
Yeah, thrift shopping, the lumber outlets that have like, they're crooked 2x4s and stuff. If you need 2x4s that are only like a foot long, yeah, you can probably get what you need out of that 99-cent propeller they got laid out.
Yeah.
Pallets have a lot of wood.
Yeah. One of the things
get the nails out of them.
At Scout Camp, we've built, I don't know how, we helped other troops do it too, because we usually go on the same weekend as like 6 other troops. So we're all there, and the kids wind up becoming friends and stuff. It's like, hey, they invited everybody over their camp tonight. Okay, we're inviting everybody over our camp tomorrow night. And and during the daytime, the adults with a couple of scouts get together and build outdoor kitchens, permanent ones, up at Scout Camp.
What, Tammy?
I bought one of the portable boxes that the scouts do. I can't think of what they're called. Oh, I should look at that. Yes, it's where your stove sits in there. When you open it up and fold it out, it's on legs. You open it up, you fold it out. I found one of those, and I was so happy to find one, and I use that a lot for when I'm car camping.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they're perfect.
So, Tammy, when you go camping, do you can outdoors at camping?
Oh, yes.
What could you possibly can when you're camping? You're camping.
Okay, I take 7-pint jars. I take a pound of sugar. I take pectin wherever I go, and a water bath wherever I go. I forage. So
okay.
I have sat there and we've canned crabapple jelly. We've canned wild berry jelly. I taught the kids at camp last year. We picked black raspberries and canned black raspberry jelly together and showed the kids how to do that. So I always have a basic water bath kit loaded with jars, sugar, measuring, and pectin.
You have a pressure can when you're camping, or no?
I have. Yes.
What'd you get? Fish, or you were camping for hunting purposes?
Hunting purposes.
Okay,
but I have
gotcha.
when I was 5, we canned fish, and we canned salmon by the
ton.
The limit. And then we go to bed and can the limit the next day. So we canned a lot of salmon, and I would do that my mom and I would do that in the camper. And our camper was always full of jars and, all the things.
I think it must have been overloaded going back home again. Go from empty jars to full jars.
No. Good thing we didn't live a long way from the dam that we used to fish at when I was little.
When you water bath camp when you're camping, do you do it on the fire? You ever done it on the fire? Or you do it on you bring a stove?
Both, but I usually do it right over the fire. It's easier, it's quicker, it's going. So
as long as you can keep that water boiling.
Yep. And that's not hard if you get a good fire going.
Yeah, you get a giant bed of coals, put some to one side and keep loading that up and just keep kicking them under as it goes down.
Well, and I've done videos of my camping kitchen, my camping setups. I have one for the camp that I work at and volunteer and cook for in the summer. That camp kitchen setup, I've got a ton of videos of that, which is over the open fire. And then my one at home, I have the camp stove, and I have that set up with 2 glass top garden tables and 1 small folding table. And yeah, I'm doing that outside most all summer at home.
Cool. What do you bring with you to like sanitize your tabletops and stuff? You use just a little bit, just some bleach.
Just a little bit of bleach, a little water,
Okay.
a little bleach in my water. About a capful.
Tammy, you got 2 people on Facebook watching you on
okay.
Facebook side.
Thank you. I was going to try to get logged in.
They haven't made. I haven't seen any comments from them yet, but it shows right up here. Got 2 people there on Facebook.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I love to can. I love to do it. It's way better to do it outside when it's 90-degree heat. So,
how's your
like I said,
when you get your outdoor kitchen at your cabin going this year? Maybe after you get the cabin redone.
I've got my gas stove. I'm trying to get my indoor kitchen going at the cabin this year. I got my 1919 gas stove my 1930s home comfort stove, my 1945. I said that wrong. 1940s. I have to look and see what it is. I don't remember what year. Gas stove. I got to get those all up and going. They're all been refurbished, ready to go. So yeah, there'll be a lot of indoor and outdoor. But my outdoor kitchen was set up last year. It has the camp stove and.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did see a picture of that. That's right. You did do that.
Yeah, I was canning in it last year. So it's the indoor one I want to get going. But I've been doing a lot of videos over here at my friend Linda. She's only 3 miles from my property. And so we've been doing a lot. I've actually filled a whole shelf at her house since January.
Oh, good.
February.
Good. Got to pay your way, so to speak.
Yes. So we've been canning together right now. I did elderberry jelly, and she's downstairs doing strawberry jelly. We got Myers had 99 cents a quart of strawberries, the big things of strawberries.
Yeah, the big plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're in the process of doing freezer jam, and regular strawberry jam.
Yeah, those plastic containers can be good for seed starting.
She's got a greenhouse, so I'm looking forward to doing some good seed starting this year. Get my garden good.
I like the blue tubs that mushrooms come in.
Yes.
They have no holes in them. Those are the bomb.
Nice. Yeah, those are very
Every time I get a stack of them, they're outside. All of a sudden I go out there a week later. I'm like, hey, honey, where'd all those blue things go? I threw them in a recycle bin. I'm like, I was going to use those, right? She's like, oh, I forgot. That's all right. I'll go out and buy more mushrooms. She's like, she doesn't like mushrooms.
Okay. Wanted to look for something here for you. I'm trying to bring something up for you guys to look at here if I can find it here. Let's see.
All those elderberry stems I planted last year and babied them through the rest of the year and brought them inside. They died off because I left them outside for a bit. Not died, but all the leaves fell off. Brought them in, put them upstairs near the front window and started watering them again. They pretty much all got leaves, and they're not coming out of the stem. Oh no, they're coming out of the ground. I was like, all right, I'm going to have elderberry bushes here shortly. I'll go with that. And if I can get them big enough this year, I'll plant a couple out at the property just so they survive.
Yeah. It just takes a couple to get them going, and then they'll be everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care. I'll take them everywhere.
Yeah. They didn't have the ones I was looking for because we have the 10 by 10 Ozark square ones that come with the solid thing, 2-piece cover on it. Has a zipper on it, so you zip it open, close it. And we also got the screen room pieces for them as well. And so usually at Scout Camp, we put a solid side on one side and screen on the other side on 2 of them. So we have, things a solid side and the other side. But even like this octagon here is a 12 by 10, and you can do some good canning in that.
Yeah.
I I picked up the Coleman. I think it's an 11 by 11 at Ollie's. And
Yeah.
at the Coleman store and all the regular prices. Those things were like 200 and change. I got it always for 79 or 89 bucks. Plus I had a 15% off coupon on my order.
Ooh.
So that's where I bought the tent that I took out to the summit, and and they held up to that hurricane we got through there.
Yeah.
I only ripped the edge of the tent and on one of the flies, and it collapsed down on itself, but it popped right back up again. Nothing got wet. I don't care. So we go back again. Guess what we're sleeping in? The tent.
Yeah. So here's a 12 by 12. Gives you a little bit more area on it, and like the other ones did, you can get you can even get the big old 10 by 20s and just put your tarps around on it. And
I have a 15 by 30. It's not a tarp. It's one of those. It's got the metal poles with the ridge poles and everything, and it's got the big white. It's like a party tent.
Yeah,
I got one of those, and I'm going to use. I might shorten the stuff up and use it for a greenhouse.
Yeah, but yeah, there you got the 10 by 10 slant leg one that's got screen on 3 sides and a solid on the 4th side for $49.
There you go.
Well, you get what you pay for. Remember that.
Yeah, but So let's see what they got. Other ones down here. Yeah, see they got the mosquito nettings you can buy for it for the different sizes and stuff.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, you can do a lot of things with them.
Hey, Tammy, how many easy ups do you think we saw in the dumpster at the food summit? 20, 30?
15, 20.
A lot of them.
One of those almost killed me. I put my tent underneath the easy up, and I had a really bad wind thunderstorm come through when I was camping at our church camp, and it came down, put a hole through my tent, and was like this far from hitting me. So I won't use those easy ups for sleeping purposes in storms ever again. Never.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd used it, so it was brand new. It wasn't like anything was weak or had been old or rusted, or it was brand spanking new, and it did not do the storm. So I'm a little leery of those.
Yeah. Something else to consider if you have like a Camping World, some of the camping places around, is an older model that's been traded in and they just want to get rid of it. You can get a toy hauler and build your kitchen in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then it's portable too.
Yeah. And so that's one of the things. It's like we have the trailer that we got when I was first up here. It had it had the old ancient gray pipe in it, and it leaked all over it. So we tore out the couch. We're tearing stuff out of it, and we're gonna kind of get one half of it out, so my wife can make a quilting room out of it. Well, we could turn around and just actually make it, get out all the kitchen and everything else and turn it into a canning kitchen too. But that's
you got an outdoor kitchen. You don't need we want 2 canning kitchens now?
No, I'm saying that's something we had kicked around before we built the cement patio on the side here and the cover and everything. We had kicked that around as an idea too. But if you could get one of these things really cheap.
Yeah.
There's options out there to do it. The one drawback we saw with making a canning trailer out of an RV trailer was that it's not very tall. It's just 6.5 feet tall, and so the heat traps down on it. But it has windows with screens on it, so you can open all of those up and get a cross breeze through there.
Yep.
But it's just it's size wise. And as I said, you find an old toy hauler, it's probably going to work a little bit better because those usually have an 8-foot ceiling in it. So, but the other thing too, if you happen to have a barn, turn one of the paddocks into a canning kitchen. I
just realized the temperature outside is now. It was 67 today. Then it started to rain. It's down to 36, and there's sleet hitting the ground. I can hear it hitting my garage door now.
Mm.
It was coming down really bad snow now, and I could hear it. You can hear the wind howling here.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to check my table umbrella on the deck. I pulled it. I put it down, but it's still windy out there. I want to make sure it didn't like fly into the neighbor's yard. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you can. There's so many cheap ways, and even if you get an old trailer and just use the guts, the propane stove, the propane refrigerator, outdoor. That's I've done that with the propane fridges in my cabin, and then I have a camp stove in the cabin that I was using till I get the gas stove put in there. So I mean, you can do a lot with just a little bit.
Yeah.
You can pick up some of those campers with all that working for $300. You can't buy all those pieces of a kitchen for $300.
Yeah. Let me throw something up here. I'm going to change up my search here. I didn't change that much.
Anyway, Mark was asking me about, I almost always have the stuff with me to can.
Yeah.
One lady, we were talking and she's like, well, I really need some clear gel. And I'm like, oh, I have some. Do you need some? She goes, how much do you need for your recipe? She goes like, oh, about a cup. So I went and got my big bulk bag of clear gel out of the car, gave her a thing of clear gel. And there was some other obscure spice she wanted. I'm like, oh, I've got it. And I get into my water bath canner and there's all my stuff in there. It all just lives in my water bath canner in my back of my trunk of my car. Except not now that I'm hauling packages around, but yeah, I would, if I went to my daughter's and we stopped at the store and there was a great price on something, I want to be able to make jam and jelly or, whatever. So
yeah, might as well, as long as you got something to store so the jars don't break on the way home.
Well, that's what bubble wrap's for.
Yeah, there you go.
Bubble wrap they were in. The bubble wrap they were in and before I filled them up is still good for the ride home.
Yep, you go to the back of the supermarket and say, hey, do you have any boxes you haven't crushed yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's not
with my wood stove. I've been hauling home boxes a lot with my wood stove because start a fire. It's a lot easier with a cardboard box than anything else. I went into Sam's Club the other day and I'm like, I need some of those boxes. And she's like, take as many as you want. And I crushed them down, took them home, put them in my fire tinder.
There you go. Wife knows when she gets stuff from Amazon or Chewy for the dog or whatever, they always throw that brown paper in there.
Oh, I love that brown paper.
I love it. I mean, it's like 30
paper.
feet of paper and it's perforated every 6 inches. I will sit there for 20 minutes, flatten it out, rip the perfor and stack it up and then put something heavy on it. And then I fold that giant wad in half and put it in a small box. That goes out to the cabin. I grab a bunch of those, ruffle them up, throw them in the wood stove or in the fire. That's my fire starter all the time. It's great.
And I pick up pine cones for fire starter wherever I go to.
I don't have that problem at the property. It's like, we're doing a fire tonight. Richard just disappears. He comes back 20 minutes later with like a bushel of pine cones. I'm like, that's a little more than what we needed, but I'm sure we'll make use of it this week.
Yep.
There are white pines everywhere, and that's all I got is pine cone litter.
Yeah, I don't have any pine trees at my property, so I have to pick up pine cones when I'm traveling around.
Yeah. This is the only old photo I could find of real Amish canning. I mean, look at the size of that big monster canner there.
I want that.
That's probably looks like a coffin.
It's not. But that is not. You guys, you missed it. That they also is what they boil down their maple syrup in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does more purpose than just once. And they got bushel baskets there. Yeah, they're.
I noticed that in the background there was a bunch of pressure canners in the background. But what was the other thing I was going to look at? I had another picture up here. Oh, I'm surprised Mark hasn't said it yet. Look for commercial kitchen stuff when their restaurant goes out of business. The stainless steel tables. Like here, this is a 3-burner cooker here that has a the hole in the bottom to hold a propane tank.
Yep.
Keep them moving around. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can get. There's a 2-burner version.
When they do the auction and all that, unfortunately, there's a lot of used commercial equipment company like for that. They show up. They'll pretty much outbid everybody if any value, and everything else depends. I used to go to one up here. It was just a rare auction place, but they did one weekly and then the big monthly and then the quarterlies, and they had like 4 restaurants in there. So I showed up.
Yeah.
All the hunters showed up.
Yeah.
There was an old Globe slicer that was beat to snot, and I'm looking at it going like, yeah, this isn't even worth scrap weight. 3, I'll call them hillbillies, outbid each other. Somebody paid $900 for this thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? 2 days later, I was on Facebook Marketplace. I picked up a Hobart 1625, 1630, 1725, whatever. A slicer, one of the standard old-fashioned, not old-fashioned, but, for me, it was new when I was young. And I picked one up for $300. The slider was locked up on it, and I talked them down another $100, and because you could barely move it. And I'm like, yeah, I got it home, took it all apart, sent pictures to my buddy that works at Hobart. I was like, gee, look what I'm doing today. He's like, want a job? I'm like, no. Took it all apart, cleaned it up. That thing slides up and down like glass. I centered the blade, sharpened it, got all the tolerances back. It lives in my kitchen now. Wife hates it, but she loves it when I buy a 10-pound whatever at the store really cheap and slice it up for her.
So Arizona Highland Homestead came in on your side, Cammy.
So
from northern Arizona.
Welcome.
I went to high school in northern Arizona, up in what we call the Strip, up on the northwest side of the Grand Canyon there, town of Fredonia. That's where I went to high school in 74, 73, 74, 74, 75. So my junior and senior years were up there. And here she is. See me at Hugo Homestead. Woo. But yeah, I've heard, I know Tammy probably gets tired of seeing it on her Facebook page. I see it over there all the time. People go, it's hot. I got all sorts of stuff to can. It's so hot. Outdoors.
Yeah, got a deck with a cover over it.
Yeah. Or like right now, we're doing the strawberries, we got them on sale, but put them in the freezer and then do it in the winter when you want to heat your house up.
Yeah.
I can meat all winter long because I want to keep the house heated up. It's a lot nicer to can the meat then. Then in the summer, I can just pour a jar open, heat it up real quick. Don't have to heat the house up.
Yep. Yeah, I just got 15 pounds of pot roast that I've had in my big crock pot. Mm-hmm. And so now it's all in the fridge, all cooled and stuff. Now I'm gonna start weighing it out in 3/4 pound bags to seal a meal.
We bought
toss it in the freezer.
We had a pork roast in the crock pot tonight, and it's got Dr. Pepper. I've never done it with Dr. Pepper before. Dr. Pepper on it and onions, and we're gonna do it. Put barbecue sauce on it tomorrow when it's cooked.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
It's actually gonna become barbecue pork pizza.
Ooh.
Okay.
So it's actually destined to become topping for pizza.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's my wife put a bunch of stuff every summer. She gets so much stuff coming in off the garden, and the 2 chest freezers, which are usually only like a third full, by the end of summer are full.
Good.
Yep. I've started doing that with started doing that with tomatoes too, where I freeze them and then can them later. It's like when I got enough.
Yeah, the one of the things I'm looking to do out here. So on the my back patio cover on and stuff, on a couple of the between the I put the posts up 8-foot centers, except for one where I had to go 10 foot because otherwise it would have been in the way right in the middle of the door. So I had to move it over an extra 2 feet. And the other side is only 6 foot. So then I'm back on it again. Is putting the white lattice work 4x8 sheets you get at Home Depot or Lowe's on the one side, and that keeps the wind from blowing in. And we were talking and stuff. All right, we need to start picking up some of these off of wherever marketplace, whatever. From people have the pop-ups with those the screens on them, and their zippers break, and they're getting rid of it. They're trying to get a couple bucks out of it before, besides just throwing it away. Grab a couple of those, and that way we can just hook those up across, and by the lattice stuff, and that'll keep it from blowing all over this, but also keep the bugs out, more bugs out.
Yep. Yeah.
So that'll make it a little bit easier to, more comfortable to can without having to deal with the bugs and stuff. But
you're going to spend $3,000 on aluminum screening rolls and just roll it out and staple it up?
No. Hey, if I'm going to do something like that, I'll just go to Harbor Freight and get the mesh netting they used to put over trailers and stuff to keep leaves from blowing out when they're taken to the dumps, and just hang up a couple of those up, because those are cheap.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. They
may not keep the bugs out, but
they will, except around you got to make sure around the edges you may have to do something to join them together a little bit better at the edges. Harbor Freight. Let me get in here. ME mesh tarps TAR. Come on. I hate it when it does say you start doing it else and it kicks it because it hasn't done its things. So here we go. So you got the heavy duty tarp, but you got the light the mesh tarps here, and so like a 8 by 10, because that thing's only 8 foot tall. So $25 for 8 by 10. Get a couple of those, and that's heavy duty. I mean, compared to the screen mesh for the pops up, this is heavy duty.
I didn't know they had that. I got to look at that for making camo netting for sort of keep my cabin out of view.
And so like here's they got 10 by 20 for the bigger trucks, but the 8 by 10 is probably what we would get. Well, 8 by 16. Nope, 8 by 16. Now that takes me between from one post to the next post to the next post. So that would be and it's in stock here in Idaho Falls.
No, it's not 8 by 16. It's like 8 by 15 foot, 7.5 inches. Yeah.
Yeah. But that would work great for keeping the wind and stuff off to one side and help keep more bugs out. But yeah. But there there was one picture. That picture show up here or not? Let me go back here. Outdoor. I want to get back to the outdoor kicking. Okay. There was showed up on the other computer when I was first, because I do my setup on this computer and I do the streaming on this computer. I don't see it here. No, it's not that one. I'm looking again for it. It was on on one of the Camp Chef's stoves, and they did something. I was like, oh, techno, and I wanted to show that, but I don't see it here. So I'm going through trying to find it here real quick. Here, see if I can find it here. Because I could try. Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it. I know it's kind of hard to see. Let me just save it here. Save image as green screen. Okay, I'll save it there, and it's gonna look what they did under that pot, under the All-American canner, fire brick from this thing, and so basically, you have 4.5 inches of flame coming up in the middle of the bottom of the canner, which is not giving an even heat across the bottom of the canner.
Yeah, and it also that heat now runs up each side and will melt those plastic handles if it gets too hot.
Yeah. So, I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to put it farther away from the flame so that you didn't have to put a trivet under there or a diffuser. But yeah, not a good idea. So that's just one of those things that's kind of like, no. Because that will throw, because basically where the canner is sitting on the bricks is staying nice and cool, and the fire's in the middle there, so the bottom of that canner could become warped very easily.
Yeah, you're not evenly heating it, just a straight line across the middle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Me neither. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and get rid of that picture. But yeah, if you needed to get a diffuser on there. Don't. Yeah. That was the Ubugu. Don't do that. All right. So, I need to get something up over on the side over here first. There we go. Okay. All right. Coming up here. First off, got anybody, if you have questions or suggestions for topics you want to see us do, there's my email, Camppatton Family Compound. Or you go Rebel Canners, rebelcanners@gmail.com. A little bit simpler and easier. Send us an email with a topic suggestion. And because if you guys have something you want to hear about, we want to do a thing on it, because that's what you want. So that's for that. All right. So at noon, my time, so which is 2:00 Eastern time, Monday through Friday, I'm doing editing of my books on my other channel, Gray Man Prepping, and so I'm doing those right now. I just finished up the book 2 of Scout and the Ninja, and I'm starting on the Family Compound one, which is the one right down here. That's the one I'm doing tomorrow. That's the book there. So that's what I'm going to be doing all week this week. Is it's a shorter book, so I should be totally done by. I hear grandkids screaming across the street. They're back from Idaho Falls. So it'll take one week to go. This one's only like 150 pages, which is basically 300 pages on a paperback. So that's what's going on at 2:00 Eastern time during the day. Tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping for Tactical Tuesday is Blackout Rules, Light Discipline. Thursday night is the Midnight Ride at 10 p.m. Eastern. Friday night here is it's just basically it's spring planning. Yeah, some people aren't getting spring yet. Others were. For some strange reason, it thinks we're going into summer with 76-degree weather here. anyways, so we're going to talk on Friday. We're going to talk about spring planning. You know, Saturday, in the Saturday evening for Survival Saturday is a year and a half without summer. What are your plans? Next Monday here, canning ham.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're going to be doing canning ham. All right. So, guys, if you haven't, like I said, if you have a suggestion, let us know, and I can put it into the schedule here. All right, and I think that takes care of our time here. You're coming. I'm getting to pop up here that Cold War Prepper is going to be going live here in a couple minutes for those that want to go over and watch him as well. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in on everywhere that people came in. We still have 2 watching on Facebook. We got 14 watching between everywhere else right now. Everyone, thank you very much. And you can, even if you've never done it before. I learned how to pressure can from Tammy. This is my first pressure canning experience. This photo here is
on a live feed, no less, not in person.
Yeah, on a live stream with both these two. I had the laptop in there, and yeah. So all right, everyone, take care, and we'll see you around.
Night.
Good night.